In the heart of a bustling city, John, a high school student with an aversion to math, found himself in a bind. Numbers danced confusingly in his head, morphing into impossible to decipher symbols on every homework sheet. Despite his efforts, his grades plummeted, and discouragement crept in, like a persistent shadow, whispering that it might be time to abandon math altogether. In a moment of utter despair, John marched to his teacher, Mr. Stevens, determined to drop out. But rather than signing the withdrawal slip, Mr. Stevens offered words of wisdom instead. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish, he quoted, adding a promise. I believe in your potential, and I'm here to help. Let's work together. Each afternoon, John returned to the classroom where Mr. Stevens patiently demystified algebra and geometry. At first, progress was slow. John felt as if he were pushing a boulder up a hill, moving only inches at a time. But gradually, formulas started to make sense. Perhaps it was Mr. Stevens's infectious enthusiasm for the subject or his unique way of explaining concepts in everyday terms. Equations became recipes, graphs transformed into landscapes. But something clicked within John's mind. As weeks turned into months, John's understanding deepened, his confidence grew, and he began to see math not as an enemy, but as an engaging puzzle waiting to be solved. Finally, the day of the dreaded math exam arrived. John, equipped with newfound knowledge and self-belief, tackled each problem with tenacity and calm. When the results came back, he could hardly believe his eyes, a top score. Elation filled his heart. The triumph was not solely in the grade, but in knowing he had faced his fear and conquered it. The feeling of accomplishment was dizzying, exciting, and wonderfully affirming. It was a revelation that perseverance wasn't just a teacher's cliche, but a potent force that transformed struggles into successes. From then on, John carried Mr. Stevens's words as his guiding mantra, realizing that with patience and effort, any insurmountable challenge could be overcome. The journey taught him that perseverance was not merely a pathway to academic success, but a life lesson in resilience and self-discovery. The experience had not only reshaped his approach to math, but had instilled in him a lifelong confidence in his ability to succeed against the odds.